Apple just lit the fuse, and this time it feels different. For years, we've gotten tiny changes here and there, new colors, faster chips, slightly better cameras. But the iPhone 17 lineup is shaping up to be Apple's boldest shake up in ages. And the first clue didn't even come from a leak. It came from Apple itself. The September 9th event invite dropped, and the second that orange and blue logo hit the internet, the decoding frenzy began. Subtle. Not at all. Apple basically winked and said, "Yep, these are your pro colors." And here's the kicker. The swirling design on that invite also lines up perfectly with whispers about vapor chamber cooling finally making its way to the iPhone. If that's true, Apple's quietly solving one of the iPhone's biggest long-term complaints, heat. About time, right? Welcome back, viewers. James here. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any of the wild updates I've got lined up for you. So let's dive in. 4 new iPhones are on the way: the iPhone 17, the 17 Air, the 17 Pro, and the big one, the Pro Max. The Pro models are rocking black, white, gray, deep blue, and this fiery orange that's already turning heads. But here's the twist. The real showstopper might actually be the iPhone 17 Air. Instead of the Plus, Apple's going ultra thin with this razor, slim 5.5mm body. It looks like the phone was carved out of a single slice of glass. But there's a catch. You only get one rear camera, and the battery is so thin that you might find yourself charging it before dinner. It's sleek, futuristic, but maybe not practical for power users. Still, you know Apple. The design-first crowd is going to love it. The regular iPhone 17 also sneaks in a surprise upgrade: a buttery, smooth 120Hz display. Combine that with the new A19 chip, and even though the design barely changes, it suddenly feels like a completely different phone in your hands. Smooth scrolling alone is enough to make last year's model feel ancient. Now, the pros: this is where Apple went wild. We're looking at a new 348 megapixel sensor on the back. Yes, 348. That's DSLR territory. And it doesn't stop there. The front camera finally jumps to 24 megapixels, which means your selfies might actually look sharper than photos from some older Pro cameras. And then there's the telephoto, a 48 megapixel shooter with 8x optical zoom. Forget pinching and pixelating. This is the kind of zoom that can grab details from across a stadium without breaking a sweat. Display sizes are locked in: 6.3 inches for the Pro, 6.9 for the Max. But the new anti-reflective glass could be the real hidden gem here. Imagine scrolling outside in bright sunlight and actually being able to see your screen without cupping your hand over it. Oh, and remember how Apple hyped titanium frames just a couple years ago? Well, say goodbye. Aluminum is back, and Apple isn't even pretending it's a step down. Lighter, cheaper, and arguably more comfortable to hold. It's classic Apple revisionism, and the fun doesn't stop with iPhones. Apple's gearing up to launch a whole wave of updates. Apple Watch Series 11, Ultra 3, SE 3, and finally the long-awaited AirPods Pro 3. We're talking redesigned buds, sharper noise cancellation, touch controls, you name it. Apple knows these haven't been refreshed in years, and they're about to go big. But wait, here's where things take a strange turn. Among all the phone leaks, a rumor popped up about Apple making a crossbody strap for the iPhone 17. Yeah, like an actual strap so you can sling your iPhone like a tiny messenger bag. At first, it sounds kind of genius until you look closer. The leaked strap had magnets on each end, but no real way to actually connect to an iPhone case. Think about it. Apple designs everything with precision. MagSafe locks into place, watch bands slide with a click, even iPad keyboards hinge perfectly. But this strap, it just doesn't fit Apple's playbook. And here's the kicker: the same leaker also showed off cases with a small lanyard loop in the corner. But there's no way that loop could support a $1,000 iPhone swinging across your body. It feels inconsistent, maybe even fishy. And honestly, that's the messy world of leaks. Sometimes it's an early prototype. Sometimes it's just a third-party company in Asia designing a product that looks Apple-like to ride the hype. That strap could be real, or it could just be another knockoff floating around online. The truth, until multiple reliable sources back it up, or Apple pulls it out of a box on stage, we just don't know. And that's the fun and frustration of Apple season. Every rumor feels like a puzzle piece, but some of those pieces don't belong to the real puzzle at all. So, circle September 9th, because this year's Apple event isn't just another faster chip, better camera update. Between the bold redesign, insane camera upgrades, mystery accessories, and a full lineup refresh, Apple's playing a bigger game. And we're just getting started.